Very pleased to have with us on the program right now from Students for Concealed Carry on Campus, Mr. David Burnett. David, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening to you, Cam. How's it going?
Very, very well. Thanks very much for coming on the show.
Of course.
New school year, and we are seeing some new policies at the University of Colorado. Now, I confess, David, the policies have now changed often enough that I am officially confused as to where we are at right now. The University of Colorado had a gun ban on campus in place until it was struck down by the Colorado State Supreme Court, and then they revised their policy. What does it look like right now?
Okay, yeah, so they had the policy, and we began a legal challenge about 2.5 years ago with the Mountain State Legal Foundation. And just back in March, we finally got the state Supreme Court to say, yeah, actually our governor and our vested legislature are the ones who govern this ability, not unelected college bureaucrats. So that happened. That ruling came down in March. We won. Booyah. Now the college is finally getting around to kind of, I guess, revising those policies and putting out the publicizing those policies. And it's 99% a win. The gun-free zone has been beaten back to, just a couple of small places on campus. Campus carry is now a reality in Colorado, just as it is now in 5 other states. So huge win for us.
Absolutely. And you know what I thought was even bigger, David, is that we reported on this a couple of nights ago. The student paper at the University of Colorado came out and kind of chided the regents for not adopting an even stronger pro-Second Amendment stance.
Well, they couldn't. So pro-Second Amendment.
Pro-Second Amendment stance. Yeah, in other words, the student paper was on the side of Students for Concealed Carry on campus.
Well, we saw that the same thing happen at Colorado State University, just down the road, the one that has allowed concealed carry since 2003, and
right.
The one that a couple of years ago decided, this policy has worked, and under this policy, crime has declined. Let's change it. And that was when, if you remember, Sheriff Jim Alderton stepped up and said, look, if you guys change it, you're not using my jail. And the students stepped up and said, no, keep this policy the way it is, and that was a victory, too. CSU backed down. I'm just excited. This whole fall has been, one of the most happening falls that I've seen, for us as a group and for campus carry in the 5 years that I've been working with Students for Concealed Carry.
Really?
Maybe that's just because I'm kind of a PR wonk, and I've been talking with some of the big guns at the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, and, every time a gun rights cause gets validated in the media, I think it's a good thing for us.
So you said 5 states right now, in essence, have some form of a campus carry in effect. What states are those right now?
So Oregon had a legal decision recently that allows concealed carry, which the college there is now trying to overrule by contract. Mississippi passed a law which, if you have additional training, you get NRA-backed training, then you can carry your concealed handgun into other locations throughout the state, which ironically should defeat the criticisms of our critics who say that they're not well-trained enough. Well, if we have extra training, that shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
So far, we haven't had the Brady campaign come out and endorse the Mississippi law. We had the Virginia Attorney General last year come out with basically an opinion stating that concealed carry is up to the state legislature, not to the college bureaucrats. And then obviously Utah and Colorado and Wisconsin, when they signed their bill into law, that was campus carry outside of the buildings was part of that law. So, and these have just been in the past 2 years. We have taken some huge steps forward. My own home state, Kentucky, the colleges here just this year have had to come back and say, okay, now you can keep guns in your cars
right.
to and from campus, because originally they tried to pretend they could tell us whether or not we could protect ourselves while we were, working at the college.
Well, and that's the thing, David. I'm just looking here, and just in the past, let's say 48 hours, 3 armed robberies reported near the University of Michigan campus from the Detroit Free Press. Wichita State student robbed at gunpoint just south of campus. University of Montana students react to assault and robbery on campus. Campus warning: Case Western Reserve University student robbed on campus. Again, to think that these types of crimes can't happen just because you're on a place where university administrators and officials say you're going to be safe, that's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, we've hammered this point, and we're going to keep hammering this point. Without metal detectors, those signs are worthless, and that's what we've been trying to tell the University of Colorado at Boulder as well, because they're trying to assert some authority and say that well, you can't carry in the dorms and you can't carry in the stadium. Well, maybe you could set up armed guards, metal detectors, property searches, pat downs, and then we can talk about it. But until then, number one, you don't have the authority to, and number two, it's useless. The armed dorms that are the safest dorms on campus, and the criminals are going to know it.
It's just, it's amazing to me, David, that we're still seeing this type of opposition when you're seeing headlines like what I just mentioned. Every day we know that these college campuses, and I don't know if you saw the latest from the University of Nevada, where the Board of Regents there have basically decided that students who want to exercise their right to carry, before they had to get permission from the university president, that apparently was only granted in one case, the case of Amanda Collins. But now, to make matters even worse, you have to document a specific threat to the university president. So they're just coming right out and saying carrying for self-defense not allowed.
Right. I mean, because goodness knows that every threat has some anticipation to it, right? It's not like crimes happen out of the blue. We all expect them to happen.
Exactly.
We just don't know when. That's, I honestly became friends with Amanda as I kind of learned about her story and kind of worked with her on some projects. And it was, speaking as her friend, it's just insulting that they would raise the threshold on self-defense rather than lower it. They are empowering the criminals, not the victims. And it's shameful. I think it reflects very poorly on the college.
David Burnett with Students for Concealed Carry on Campus. Glad you could join us on the Pro tonight, sir, and hope we can do it again very soon.
Sure, Ken. Thanks for the opportunity. Let me encourage everyone to come to the website, concealedcampus.org. Swing by the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/concealedcampus. Got daily updates of all kinds of stuff going on around the nation and around the state. So it's a great place to get information and get plugged in.
All right, sounds good. Thanks again, David. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Cam.